The road to the Winston Cup starts a long time before the Daytona 500 at the beginning of each season. Every driver you see on the Cup grid each Sunday has hundreds of hours of racing under their belt, and even the rookies have been driving for years. You're about to embark on your own quest for the Cup, but just like the real NASCAR drivers, you have to prove yourself many times before you're actually given a shot at participating in the big show. The life of a racer is a tough one. No one starts out winning each race. You'll need practice and money, a lot of money, before you'll be running with the leaders in each league. But don't let the difficult early races get you down. As you race, your skills will grow, as will your budget and the quality of your ride. Before you know it, you'll be running at the front of the pack, a real contender for the championship. We'll keep an eye on your progress here in the studio and hope to be reporting on your success real soon. Good luck, rookie.
Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATS Gaming and welcome to NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. This is exciting. I just bought this game a couple weeks ago. I've been trying it out the last couple days and I've decided to give it a shot on the channel and see how things do. This was also kind of I don't know. It's kind of needed because Madden is not doing very well on the channel right now, and it's really disappointing me. I have all of the playthrough done for Madden, so I'll probably end up uploading those episodes on Sundays, but until NASCAR Heat 2 comes out, which is not very long, I'm going to test out this series and see if this is something you guys would like me to do in the future. We'll go from there. So let's get started. I'm just going to leave the birthday as is here. And we'll put in my name here. But I really hope you guys like this series. This is an old game. This is by the, not the developers, but I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but of the original NASCAR Heat franchise, Monster Games. So this is what would have been technically NASCAR Heat 2. As you saw on the intro screen, it had Alan Bestwick and then it had NASCAR Heat 2 on the side. But they decided to go with NASCAR Dirt to Daytona as the game name instead of NASCAR Heat 2. So that's what this is. This is an old game. It's 2002 or 3, I think. I can't quite remember exactly what it is. Probably 2003. I can't spell. 2003. This is about when this came out. So this is an old game, but this is a really good game. I have to say. Like I said, I've only played it for a couple of days, but I watched my good friend John Wolf. He did a series on this a while ago now. He stopped doing it a while ago. So. And I was intrigued by it. I never had the game. This is one of the first games that came out for the PlayStation 2 console, for NASCAR at least. So, and that's what I've been playing NASCAR 06 on, so I was like, hey, I'll try it. Alright, nickname. We are going to go with Aaron. Aaron. If you guys don't know the backstory behind that, you can obviously look it up online for yourself. But I am Aaron. So that's my nickname. We're just going to leave the hometown as is. And there is our competition driver's license for NASCAR. Now, there are 4 series in this game.
While
I'm not sure if Alan Bestwick will
familiar with the top 3 NASCAR racing series, most are not aware that there are 13 different leagues under the NASCAR banner. As part of our extended NASCAR coverage, we're going to highlight some of the other NASCAR leagues. This week, we're going to talk about NASCAR's Grassroots League, the NASCAR Weekly Racing Series. Since teams that run in this league are on very limited budgets, the races are short enough so that pit stops are not needed. In fact, many of the tracks in this series are so small, they don't even have an infield pit area. This also means few yellow flags. Probably the biggest difference between this league and the upper divisions are the way the race qualifying occurs. Instead of 1 or 2 qualification laps, heats are run. Each racer starts out and runs a normal qualification lap. Drivers are then ranked based on their time. All of the even drivers put into Heat Race 1, the odd drivers in the second heat race, and so on. The top half of the field from both heat races advances to the A main race, while the bottom half finishers run the B main. Now, the B main is always run before the A because the top 3 finishers are allowed to start in the A main, generally at the back of the pack. Got it? For many rookie drivers, just making it to the A main will qualify the weekend as a success. So now let's see how things turn out here at the season opening race from the Dundas County Fairgrounds.
All right, I was expecting Alan Bestwick to give me a little introduction there. And here we are, we're at our office. Now, early on in the going, there's not much you can really do. We got the race calendar, employees, which you can't do until we get to the truck series, NASCAR news, almanac, and then we can go to our garage, which we will do. There's our car, our startup car. You can, and I will show you the career options so you guys know what I'm doing here. So, obviously for this career mode, both the first series and the second series, we will not have to worry about pitting. So we'll worry about that when we get there. We're going to do light damage, short race, and I'm on veteran AI, which is the middle AI. There's rookie, pro, veteran, champion, and legend. I'm going with veteran. And now we'll look at the driving aids. I do have the driving aids on, automatic transmission, stability help. I have braking help off, and draft meter enabled when we get to the Cup and Truck Series. So that's what I have there. And that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at our car. We can edit the paint scheme for our car, which we will do. I'm not going to go too crazy. I am partially colorblind, so it's not really going to do me much good to do a crazy scheme. So we had, this is the base scheme, then the flames. We got the lightning bolts, just stripes, and just pretty basic schemes outside of those first two. I'm going to go with the flames for now, but once we get sponsorship offers, we could go in a different direction, but I'm just going to leave those colors as is. We can't change our number or anything like that from what I can see. And we can't afford any part upgrades, I don't think, but I'll show you guys this anyway. We can go to our part catalog, go to NASCAR Weekly Racing Series, and then you can upgrade your engine, suspension, aero, and exhaust. We have $800. Which is not enough for the first engine upgrade. Let's see if it's enough for the suspension. It is enough for the suspension. Aero. Oh yeah, definitely. We're going to actually do this aero upgrade now. And it's going to improve the front downforce, the rear downforce, drag, and the weight is actually a little worse. But we're going to buy this part, so that's going to give us a little advantage already before we even get started. We won't have enough money for anything else, so let's actually head to the racetrack now. As you heard Alan Bestwick say, we're heading to the Dundas County Fairgrounds, I believe it's called. So here's our little calendar. Obviously, we only have our series on there right now. Yep, Dundas County Fairgrounds. And let's head into the race there. So, like I said, if you guys like this series, be sure to hammer that like button and keep watching. I will put up multiple episodes of this as we go on until NASCAR Heat 2 comes out. So I'm going to turn that game audio down now. So we got practice, qualify, and then the heats, as Alan Bestwick said. We're just going to go straight to qualifying. I am used to these tracks. I have done the testing. So let's get started here. Now, I normally use the triggers for the acceleration and the brake. That is not an option here. You have to use either the, this is PlayStation controller, the X for accelerate, or you have to use the left joystick. Or no, the right joystick. Left joystick is steering, right is acceleration and deceleration. So I'm using that option right now. There wasn't really much choice with that. It just seems to work out best for me right now. And that also kind of eliminates the controller issues that I've had in NASCAR 06. Because I've been using the trigger for accelerate, and that's been an issue. Alright, so 20.3. Let's see where that puts us here. While the rest of the field qualifies, that puts us 11th. Which is not bad for our first qualifying effort in our first race. So we're going to go to Heat 1 because we're on odd numbered team. So it's kind of like the Gatorade duels. Basically is what the heat structure is. So we're going to head off to Heat 1. There's 10 cars in each heat. The top 5 cars make it automatically to the A main, and the last 5 cars go to the B main. So we're starting on the outside of row 3. And let's get started here. Well, obviously you're not going to recognize any of these names, much like the Wheel and Modified series in 06. None of these names will sound familiar to you. But let's try to make the inside line work here. We don't have much grip yet, so I will have to let off a little bit. Usually you can just gas it and you'll be fine. But you see, we're keeping up with these guys, which is good. At least in the corners. We obviously have no straight line speed yet. But if we can get underneath them in the corners, I think we'll be able to make our way forward. Like I said, the goal is the top 5. But like Alan Bestwick said, just making the A main as a rookie is a good weekend for us. So we can expect to be in the B main probably for the first couple races. That would not be a shocker here. 2 laps to go. These are fairly short races. Much like your local short track, they're not like 500 lap races. They're usually, 20, 30, 40 laps. And then the heats are even shorter. They're usually like 5 or 8 laps or so. So it looks like 7th is going to be it. Oh, this is a white flag. Last lap. But we're not going to make up any spots here. We're going to be 7th. And that'll put us in the B main. We'll be starting, I believe, 3rd in the B main at this rate. If any of you watched my World of Outlaws videos that I did a couple months ago, it's a similar format. You could do a replay stuff, but I don't need to. We are 7th, so we're going to the B main as it says right there. And let's get started with the B main. So yep, we're starting 3rd in the B main. We got Cato and Anderson in front of us, and Campbell right next to us. So we actually get off to a pretty decent start. We're able to maintain. We got into that Cato right in front of us. But like I said, we like Alan Best. Oh, I got Cato a little sideways there, but it looks like he's going to recover. That hurt us a little bit, and Ginter is able to get around us. But the top 3 in the B main qualify for the A main. So we need to finish in the top 3 if we want to qualify for the A main. Now obviously corners are our strength, but straightaways are terrible right now because we don't have the engine power. But eventually when we do upgrade our engine, it will be much better. But it looks like we're sliding into 2nd place here. I didn't see how many laps were left. Now if you hit that infield, you will go spinning and you will hit one of those light posts. And it's not good. You will lose so many spots, as well as probably hurting the power to the racetrack. But Anderson's kind of flying away right now. But I think we're solidifying ourselves in 2nd, which will get us to the A main. That's what we need right now. 3 laps to go, so I shouldn't speak too soon. You never know what could happen. But yeah, I hope you guys like this series. I'm looking forward to bringing you at least a couple episodes. I had to make an executive decision on Madden because I was just watching my channel numbers plummet to the ground over the last couple weeks, or the last week really, with Madden getting like 1-2 views per episode, which is really disappointing because I liked that story mode. I thought they were great episodes. I thought it was a great story, but just not getting the views you guys want to see racing stuff, which I get. I will end up posting, I think it's the last 3 episodes of Madden I have, probably in the Sunday slot. And then we'll kind of see where we are with this game. If you guys like this, I might put this on Sunday. But we finished second in the B main. We're going to head to the A main along with Anderson and Cato. And we should start 12th in the A main because we finished second here. Yep, off to the A main. Positions 4 through 10 get their points assigned. And now for the A main. See if we can improve on our position. But yep, like I said, until NASCAR Heat 2 comes out, this will occupy the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday slot. But we will see how things go. Yeah. I didn't really anticipate throwing myself into the series right away because especially with Madden, we had 3 episodes left. That would have occupied at least up until next week. I could have recorded this weekend, but with Madden getting 1-2 views each episode, I had to make an executive decision there and at least move that to the Sunday slot. I mentioned this in my channel update, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I'll be doing the chase predictions video because the Richmond race is on Saturday night. So the chase seating will be locked in by Sunday, assuming no Jeff Gordon scenario happens again. If you guys don't know what I mean by that, you should pay attention to NASCAR more. But basically it was Michael Waltrip Racing while they were still in. They tried to manipulate the results so both Martin Truex Jr. and Clint Bowyer could get into the chase. So they had Clint Bowyer spun out at some point to cause a caution. Brian Vickers went and pitted to give somebody a spot. So, and then they got penalized. But Jeff Gordon was the odd man out in that whole thing. So they put him in the chase as a 13th driver. There were only 12 drivers in the chase at that time. So that's what I mean by Jeff Gordon scenario. They added him in after the chase seating was finalized, but I don't anticipate that happening. I don't know why it would happen under this format. But I think, barring some fuel mileage strategy, the chase roster is probably pretty solidified right now. With Jamie McMurray, Chase Elliott taking those last couple of spots. As much as I want to see Clint Bowyer in there, I don't think he's going to make it, which is unfortunate. I am secretly happy that Joey Logano won't make it because I'm not a huge Joey Logano fan, and I think he's kind of deserves to have an off year. And I just kind of laugh at, you know, the whole encumbered win thing. So this is the leader coming up to lap us right now, but the white flag's coming out. We're in 11th place. I would like to get a top 10, but I don't think that's going to happen here. Unless if everybody gets slowed up ahead of us, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Checkered flag is out, and we finished 11th in our first race. So that's good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Nothing wrong with finishing 11th in your very first race at all. So there's the replay again. We'll skip over that. Mark Hunter wins the race. Those asterisks mean either you led a lap or you lead the most laps. So Hunter led a lap and led the most laps. Rafter led a lap as well. So we'll head back to the menu here. We'll see our winnings and where we are in the standings, stuff like that. So there's our winnings. We don't have any sponsorship yet, so wonderful total of $32 for this race weekend, which is not good, obviously. We barely broke even on the race, but that's to be expected. So here's the news, the NASCAR Heat Weekly. They'll usually highlight some stuff. Our name usually ends up in there, but you don't see the rest of what it's going to say. Like at the bottom it says, surprisingly, Aaron Fitch finished much lower and then continued on B7, like in your local newspaper. But we can't go to B7, so that's that. Obviously we finished 11th, so we'll be 11th in the point standings. And so that's the end of the first race. We'll get another race in. But we do have some sponsors that we can sign. Now, much like NASCAR Heat Evolution, specific spots on the car are worth more money. So you see, like this spot, the rear corner panel, the reward modifier is 0.85. So whatever base reward they're going to give you, you only get 85% of that award if it's on this spot of the car. If it's on the corner panel, you'll get a 1, so you'll get exactly what the reward says. And then on the TV panel, you'll get 1.25, so you'll get 125% of the reward. So that's where you want to put your highest result. So finish 10th or better in a race. We'll put that there. And then we have place 15th or better, we'll put that there, and we'll still have an open spot, so if we get another sponsorship offer, we can put it there. Those sponsors will stay with us through the whole season, and that'll definitely help us make a little more money, assuming that we fill those sponsorship objectives. I don't think we have enough money for any upgrades, so we're just going to head right into the next race, which is at the Canyon Valley Speedway, and see how we do there, and then that'll be it for this episode. I'll try to get 2 races in each episode for sure, much like NASCAR 06 format. The main races are shorter, but the fact that we have to do the heat races adds time to it. So we'll do 2. So we're going out 15th in qualifying. Lap to beat is an 18:86. Obviously we won't be anywhere near that, but let's see what we do. The spotter enthusiastically tells us to go, which I think is quite unnecessary. But let's see how we do here at Canyon Valley. Obviously we don't really have much speed because we're pretty much maxing out at 75. Oh! And the engine just sounds dead. Because we're hovering around 4,000 to 5,000 RPM right now, and that's just pretty pathetic. Alright, so we're 2 seconds off of the pole right now, which is to be expected. Well, let's see where we end up. Alright, 10th. So we qualified top 10. That's pretty good for us. So we will start 5th in the second heat. So let's get that underway, see if we can make it to the A main without having to go through the B main this time. That would be nice. So again, top 5 make it into the A main. So top 5 is the goal. Let's see if we can do that. Does look like Fulton's faster than us, but I also believe we're faster than Diamond. So we should be able to get around him. And Grimstead looks pretty slow as well. We might be able to get around him as well. I'm not a fan of using the high line, but it works. And he'll hold up Fulton, it looks like. So maybe we can pull away and gap them a little bit. That would be beneficial to us. But Truett and Anderson, not Truex, it's Truett. But yeah, we're solidifying ourselves in 3rd. Looks like Fulton finally got around the slower cars, so he'll probably catch up to us. Yeah, he's catching up pretty fast there. Just faster than us on the straights, which is to be expected. But let's see if we can maybe hold him off with 2 laps to go. Oh no, not the apron, not the apron. Or the infield. See how sideways that got us almost instantly? And now Finger is also faster than us. But Fulton slid up the track. Don't go on the infield.
Last lap.
But Finger gets around us as well. But again, top 5 is the goal. And it looks like, unless if we spin ourselves out, that will be an easily achieved goal. Checkered flag is out. Somebody won. I think it was Tourette who was leading at the time. And we finished 5th, so we qualify for the A main. Wonderful. So that'll shave some time off. We don't have to do the B main. We can skip straight to the A main. We'll start 10th most likely, I believe. Which is where we qualified initially, so that works out.
It's set. The race is going green. There's the green
But
flag.
let's see what we can do here. There's Cato again. He was running with us in the last race. But we're falling back to last place. That's to be expected. It takes us a little while to get up to speed. Alright, we're 4 wide here at a dirt track. That's usually not a recipe for success. We were almost 5 wide there. Like I said, not the recipe for success at a dirt track typically. Or any short track for that matter. We were 4 wide again, but we're back into last. Let's try to make the inside line work here. We'll shove this guy through here. Is that Fulton? Can't quite tell. Yeah, that's Fulton. But we're getting around Campbell here. But we're fighting with Fulton again for 11th. I would love to get a top 10. That would achieve both of our sponsorship objectives, which would really help in the money department right now. So we're definitely going to fight with McBain here. Can I just rename you McBlam for Mr. McBlam? His channel name now is McBlam Entertainment. So that almost doesn't work anymore. But if you don't know him, go check him out. McBlam Entertainment. He does some NASCAR stuff. I believe he's doing Thunder 03 as well as NASCAR 15. And he also does some other stuff as well. He's a theatrical guy, so he does some comedy, improv comedy and stuff like that. So feel free to check him out. I believe I have him linked in my channel on the side, and the people you should check out. I believe I have him there, along with John and Justin and all those guys. So we're in 8th now. We're probably going to lose it to McBlam. I'm just going to rename him that. But Mr. McBlam, if you're watching, you got yourself your own driver here. We're fighting for him for 8th. No, not the apron. Oh, Lord.
That was a great lap.
That was a great lap. That was our fastest lap we've ever turned here. I hope that doesn't include my previous career mode, because if so, then we're really fast. But my previous career mode, I played through until we won the championship in this, and we moved on to the modified series. But then you can only have 1 at a time, so I just reset it here so you could see this, and we could get started with the recording process here. We are ahead of Tourette, who is leading our heat, if I recall correctly. White flag is out. Whoever's the leader just won the race right there. But we were pretty close to getting lapped, actually. But it looks like we're going to come home with a top 10 finish, which is really good for us. That'll achieve both of our sponsorship objectives, and hopefully we can make more than $28 at this race. Or was it $32? My bad. Anderson wins, if you saw that before I clicked off of it. Anderson wins, but Rafter led the most laps. We finished 9th, which is really good. I'm very happy for that. Let's exit and see what the money situation's looking like. Maybe we can make an upgrade. So we got $632. $600 more than what we got last week. So the improved position plus the sponsorship money definitely helps out. Because we are on a higher difficulty level, we do get a difficulty bonus, which helps out a lot. And we are now 9th in the point standings. So great. Yeah, 9th in the point standings. That's great. Really happy with that. If we can finish top 10 in points, that'll set us up really well for next season. So we got Senor Taco. If you guys don't know, John, at his streams, he has a co-commentator named Taco Cheetah. So if we can be sponsored by Senor Taco, I mean, I got Mr. McBlam in the race, so I just got to figure out where to put everybody else. But Senor Taco, we will put this in our available slot. Qualify 10th or better. That should be a pretty reasonable goal, I think. And we do have enough money for an upgrade. So let's go to the garage and check that out. See what we got in the parts catalog. Obviously, the number one thing that we need to look at is the engine. But that's also usually the most expensive thing. But we can improve the engine, so I'm actually going to do that. Instead of maybe looking at getting 2 upgrades, I think improving the engine. You see that greenish yellow, I don't know, colorblind. Greenish yellow mark, that's what we will get with the new part. So that's an improvement at all RPM. So we'll definitely take this. And that'll be it for this episode, guys. Let me head back to the menu here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. Let me know what you think about this series, guys. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.